For those who recognize this well-known landmark, you will know that we are entering...
Ladies and gentlemen, the Traveling Wildberries.
Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
That's right. This stop is at the famous Moose in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
We decided to have lunch at the spot and figure out what the plan was going to be from here.
It would seem that this moose has quite the tall tale, or should I say, quite the rack story associated with it.
Wah, wah, wah. Mac the Moose. Mac the Moose, Mac, was born in 1984, the brainchild of former tourism supporters from the city. Mac was constructed by Saskatoon artist Don Folds using a steel frame covered with metal mesh and completed with 4 coats of cement. A contest was held to name the moose, and the winner was Mac, after late city alderman and moose booster Les Mackenzie. In 2015, the municipality of Store Elvdal, Norway, built a silver moose that was just over 32 feet tall, about 30 centimeters taller than Mac. At the time, there was no outrage or controversy from Canadians about that fact. But in January of 2019, when Regina's social media stars Justin and Greg discovered that Mac no longer had the title of world's largest moose, they challenged Moose Jaw Mayor Fraser Tolmie to do something in a YouTube video that went viral.
Dear people of Moose Jaw, an egregious offense has been committed against you by the people of Norway.
Beloved duo Justin Rivas and Greg Moore, unofficial ambassadors for Saskatchewan, threw down the gauntlet.
We are calling on the mayor of Moose Jaw, Fraser Tolmie, to find a way, whether it's a giant hat, long eyelashes, a huge rack, to put 31 centimeters back on Mac and stick it to Oslo.
Mayor Tolmie asked Moose Javians what we should do to get Mac's world's record back, and over $7 million worth of international exposure followed.
He's practically family to me. What are we gonna do, folks?
He needs bigger antlers.
Back in '84, Mac the Moose was born. His record was a shoo-in, he stood really tall, until Justin and Greg looked across the shore to see Norway's moose jaws fell to the floor. The Terminator T-1000 mountain galore set in motion something of a quite unlikely war. Their pride and their glory fell with the story. Mac was no longer the one and the only.
Mac the Moose will reclaim the title after we have some engineers look at him. Store Elvdal has the shiniest and
It's also worth noting that the Snowbirds 431st Air Demonstration Squadron is based out of the military 15-wing airbase in Moose Jaw.
We decided we would drive into downtown, find a spot to park the RV, then walk around and see what we could find.
That seemed like a good idea. One thing we noticed right away, there was lots of churches and various other denomination religious buildings all over the place. We saw these for the first time in the local food mart.
We then came across this police station with these old-style lamp globes. They're kind of neat.
Another tourist attraction in Moose Jaw is something called the Tunnels of Moose Jaw. They are known as the centerpiece tourist attraction which surrounds the legend of the world's most notorious gangster, Al Capone.
Bum, 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 bum.
Alrighty then. There is plenty of evidence to suggest that Al Capone used to take the train into Moose Jaw now and again so he could wind down and hide out for a few weeks at a time. Sadly, we didn't find out about the Capone Tunnels until after we left the city, but we have decided that any subsequent tour down this area will definitely include a visit to the tunnels.
After our walkabout downtown, we drove over to a local park, parked the RV close by, and set up the barbecue at a picnic table. We played backgammon and chatted.
Yes, she whooped my butt yet again playing backgammon. We then cooked some chicken on the barbecue, and then after eating, we hung out some more.
This little fox decided he would pay us a visit. He managed to get some food morsels out of the garbage bin at the other end of the park, then took off past us with it. I have a feeling someone's going to think that someone else didn't scoop after their dog poop, but we have proof that it was good old Wiley Fox who left a deposit.
After supper, we went for a nice long walk.
Steps, steps, steps.
Around the park and over the bridge to the other side.
When we got back, we decided to forego our potential plan to stay somewhere near this spot for the night, as we both had eye irritation going on.
Probably something to do with the asphalt plant we noticed across the tracks.
So we took off down the highway in search of an overnight spot.
At a gas stop somewhere near a place called Fleming, we were told that there may be some delays on the highway due to the fires on the side of the road.
Sure enough, the police were indeed directing people to stay in the farthest left lane for a stretch of the highway. Luckily, the areas that were burning were quite well contained and off to the side.
After traveling that stretch, we decided to take a pit stop in this little town called Moosomin, Saskatchewan.
We sauntered around a little, then headed back out onto the highway.
It was a quick, short little pit stop. We encountered more brush fires on the side of the road as we drove past into Grenfell, Saskatchewan, where we hunkered down at the local Walmart motel for the night.
And that was it. Another adventure in the books. Be sure to come check out the next video where we get a new perspective and some new pics and drone footage of a couple of places we had visited on the way in.
Indeed. Ciao for now.